Okay, it's Mark coming to you from Baker's Green Acres, and today's the 17th. It's Friday, and normally on Fridays we have our chicken processing day, so that's what we're doing. And I'm just taking a couple minutes here to do something before breakfast and catch up on some things on this project here. I've been getting kind of excited about this. This is my tree of life, or my tree of liberty. But what it is it's an apple tree that's real old, and it died. And I wanted to do something with it other than just cut it up. So we trimmed it, and then we planted grapes, Concord grapes, around the base of it. Right, and I believe what will happen. They've already started to grow. They've already put on 6 inches of growth since I put them in. They grow fast. Is they'll cover the tree, and it's, I come out here and I sit and I look at it and I think about, well, I could do this or I could do this, and so I got a lot of ideas on this. And the first thing that I'm going to do, I wanted the grapes planted first so they get a start, before cooler weather comes. But they grow pretty good in the fall. They really do. They really get a lot of growth. And I decided what I'd do is I'd put an irrigation system right on the tree. You see those black lines? So those are called main lines. And I followed the contour of the tree. I put them on with staples, not hurting anything because the tree's dead. But here's what this stuff looks like. It's PVC and it's fairly flexible. And then I have this kit of ends and fittings and stuff that I can put on. So at the bottom of it I have this adapter so I can screw a hose into it. And this one's cut off, but one on there is okay. And then I have this little thing here that you can poke holes in it. It'll punch holes in it. And then these little barb fittings will just push right into it. And then you hook on a capillary line like this. Now, that's what it's called in the aviation world, but they call these drip lines. And then you can put little sprinklers on top of it. This is like a little sprinkler. And I plan to have a bunch of sprinklers on that tree, all up high. And so when I put pressure to it, I want to just see a mist, a big, just a full of mist. And, you could, if you wanted to add electricity to it, you could put it on a timer and all that. And then what it will do is it'll create a place like a habitat for the birds. And there's, I'm sure people know this, but there's a symbiotic relation between the birds and the trees and the bees. And so if it's a good, safe place for them to be, they like it. This tree they don't like because it's hard for them to get in and out of it. But something that's a little bit more open like this, it's real good for them. And you can also put feeders up there that will help support the hummingbird population, which we have a lot of them here. So I'm going to do that, and then this whole plan works in with, that's on the house is the old greenhouse, and I built a new greenhouse over here, so I don't need that one. So that's going to come off, and we're going to make a patio right there. And then this will be a place to come and have breakfast in the morning and watch the birds, right? So that's the idea of this thing. You know what? Last time I made a video, all I could see was my face in there. So I hope I'm not doing that. Am I doing that? Anybody? No? Working okay? All right, well, and I also wanted to brief on the Anyone Can Farm Homesteaders Guild. We have enough people to do the first class. So, here's how it's going to work. If you are a member, my wife is typing up a welcome letter, and there'll be a little welcome video there. I have a new camera coming. It's going to be a lot better than the old iPhone. Videos are going to come out You know, a full-length video, the first subject's going to be water, right? Videos are going to come out on Thursday. And you can watch those videos at your leisure, all right? It won't be live. It'll be a video that I've compiled. You know, the thing about an iPhone is I can't really make a video and then edit it. So this camera allows you to do that. Or I can find a 15-year-old that can tell me how to do it. So the video will come out on a Thursday, and the reason for that is you may need to go to the store, to like Home Depot or something like that, and get some of these parts so that by Tuesday, when we meet via video, but that's live, it's like a classroom setting, and we're thinking like 7 or 8. I'm waiting for a little bit of input on that in the evening, because remember, I want you to keep your day jobs. But that will also be videoed so that if you're not able to attend, you can watch it. And, you know, that's where the questions start to come about what I've shared in the video. And then we get down into the nitty-gritty on how to do some of these things. And the first subject is water, because that's really where it begins. And you know, there's a lot to talk about with water, a whole lot to talk about with that. So, and we don't know it all, that's for sure. I mean, we don't know what we don't know, but we're discovering things all the time. I had to get into my catalog for DripWorks this morning, and I started seeing stuff that I didn't know they had that, but I never really had the need for it before. So there's all kinds of things that people have thought of, and you can put them together with other things and create really neat little systems that'll grow your food and grow your homestead. All right, so the first video is going to be available on Facebook on the 6th, all right? And you can watch that any time of the day that you want. And then we'll be getting together on the following Tuesday. Let's say between 7 and 8, let's say, in the evening. And that can go an hour or even longer. It just depends on how much, how much conversation there is, how many questions. And these videos, once they're made, they're archived, right? And you can go back to them as a member of the guild. But then they'll be updated, because when the guild meets on the Tuesday night session, there's going to be questions that we'll solve those questions together, and then we'll have another piece of information that would be helpful in the homestead model. So, I mean, I guess I'm the guy that has done this for 10 years or 15 years, and so I probably have more experience at it than a lot of people that will be taking the class. But we're all going to learn stuff along the way, and that is the beauty of homesteading. You're always learning stuff, and I hang around with people that do this type of thing, and we love to talk about these things. So okay, that's coming up. I'm going to keep the videos coming, these ones that you can tune into and find out more information about the start day of the class and all that stuff, as I've said, in case there's any changes. But do me a favor. Although I have enough people to do the first class, we can take up to 20 in that class. So please share this with folks that you think might benefit from this. Let's dispel some of the pain points here. Well, I don't have a farm. Well, you might. Well, I don't have any, I only have a quarter of an acre of property. That's enough. That's more than enough. You can do lots of things on that. So you may not be in a position to do this right now, but get the information, store the information, and then think about it. Let it sink into you. And when the time is right, you'll be able to jump on this. Okay, the class is $300 for a 12-week class, but it's not going to stay that way. This is just an introductory offer, and then we're going to gauge where we think we need to have it. I'm looking at classes that are like this, having to do with health and wellness, and it makes $300 seem like a joke. My nephew's outfit is called the Potential You, and he's the one that has been talking to me about this, and he is a health coach, and what he would like to do is hand his people off to us so that they can, they've learned how to eat and change their lifestyle, but he wants to hand them off to us so they can change their environment. And that's what a homestead is. It's the environment where you live. You're gonna let this stuff grow around you. I'm making the tree of life here, but I'm going to be part of this tree of life. I'm going to sit under it. I'm going to eat the grapes from it. I'm going to, watch the birds, and they're going to nourish my soul, I guess. But I mean, this stuff is all true. You may live in a cement jungle, but you can make a little piece of Eden around you. You can create that'll be just yours. And this class is designed to guide you. I'm not going to say do this and then you do that and you get an A or a B on it. No, it's a guide. You're going to be given options, and you say, well, I'd like to go there, and then I can point out to you, well, if you've gone there, maybe you'd like to go here too. And there's all kinds of different combinations of things that people can enjoy and put together. So, okay, that's it for now. I'll be coming back to you. This is at I put this up on my personal Facebook page, but eventually these videos are going to be over at the Homesteaders Guild page, and it's Anyone Can Farm Homestead Guild right now. And we haven't done a lot of work on this. This is all, coming together, and it'll be ready for the start date, and then we'll tweak it as we go. That's why the price is low, because you guys are going to be kind of the guinea pigs on this. But you will have full access to all the information now and going into the future, so it's a good deal. We're not really selling you time, we're selling you results. If you take this class and you do what I suggest that you do and follow the principles and the methods and the nomenclature, I believe you'll get results. Can't guarantee anything, but I think you'll get results. And that's what you're paying for, is results. Okay, this is Mark from Baker's Green Acres. Remember, anyone can farm.